Hey guys, today we're going to be doing the Skylanders One for All achievement. I'm going to be using Trigger Happy, and you see, starting off right here, we're going to go to the center line, going to hold down A to charge his laser, and then let it go and you'll one-shot his minion. Trigger Happy is definitely the easiest person to use here. He puts out a lot of damage, and if you go down his golden gun path, you get the golden Yamato laser. And that is by far the easiest way to get this achievement. Because like I said, it one-shots a lot of his minions. And the ones it doesn't one-shot, it gets really low. So you see, after the first minion kill, and a little bit of damage to him, we're going to proceed to the next stage of the boss fight. Here, he's going to start bringing in his Hydra Dragon. Which I think is just entirely unfair. Why does he get a Hydra and we don't? That doesn't even make sense. Anyway. So now you're going to have a little bit more to contend with, but these are all mechanics that you've fought before. It's basically just each head is a different mechanic or a different one of his spells from the previous boss fights. The blue is for sharks, the green is the thing from Falling Force that makes the snails, so on and so on. Here you go. Here's the black one coming out. This is the fire from the Lava Lakes Railway fight. See, it'll start in the middle and come out in a star shape. So if you go kind of to the corner, pick one of the tendrils of the star coming out, and just make a circle around it and you'll be fine. The fire is the most damaging and the hardest one to get the timing on missing it, so that's the one you need to be the most aware of when you first start. The sharks are actually easier than they were in Leviathan Lagoon in my opinion. I don't know why, but I had a terrible time in the lagoon, not so bad here. I say as I get hit by one. So this is not the cleanest run through ever. This a little bit sloppy. I make a few dumb mistakes, but you know, we get through it. We get the achievement. So you see here on the lasers, I like to use this one right here in the middle, because later on in the fight, when Chaos stays around longer, he'll actually block a little bit of the laser. So you have some free time, just walk up to him and shoot him. So here you're just gonna cycle through each of the heads. Chaos will drop back down. Now we have the green one from Falling Forest again. On Trigger Happy, and I assume it's the same way on the other ranged characters, you don't even have to aim really. Just hit A and let go of the left stick, and he'll auto-target on the closest person next to him, and then slowly move around the circle, and he'll hit all of them on his own. So here we are. We're back to the skull head and the lasers. And the timing on how you change stages in the boss fight is dependent upon the damage you deal to Chaos. We thought for a while that you guys had to kill each of his 3 minions when he summons 3, and all kinds of different things. But what we've decided ultimately is just the damage you deal to Chaos. So you want to get in as much damage on him as you can throughout the fight. Also, you'll see when you kill a minion, it leaves food behind. It's always good to stockpile that food for as long as possible. Every time a new minion spawns, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run that center line, I'm going to hold down A, charge my laser, and I'm going to one-shot the first minion comes out. And then I'm really just going to run away from the second minion as best as I can. Get some damage on Chaos when I can. Try to dodge his attacks if possible. I mean, you'll probably take a few hits. It's not a big deal. Like I say, see I've already got 2 pretzels down on the ground. So here he's going to spawn out some more sharks. And note the order that these heads come out in is completely random. So your game may play out a little bit differently from this. And it'll probably play out through your different playthroughs differently. So don't try and memorize the order. Just pay attention to how the mechanic works. You can see on Trigger Happy here, he has a better chance of dodging it if he's facing away from the shark. His hitbox is slightly smaller behind him. So back to the middle line. Gonna charge my laser. And there you see Eruptor over there. We never even had to fight Eruptor because the laser was dealing damage to Chaos at the same time as the minion. It's another reason that laser is so nice for getting this achievement. So now we're going to go to the next trio of minions, the next stage of the boss fight. That trio, like I said, is pretty easy. We didn't even have to fight all 3 of them. So now we have Stealth Elf, Zap, and Ghost Roaster. Ghost Roaster is one of the hardest minions for Trigger Happy to kill. His skull charge is really going to pose a problem. So, right now, back to the center line. I'm going to turn around, charge my laser, and you see I don't one-shot Ghost Roaster. He's going to get in a good bit of damage on me. There you go, I'm starting to get pretty low, getting a little bit worried. So now I'm just going to run away from Zap. Oh, see I take a one shot there, but he only hits for 18. Zap's not terribly scary. Alright, so we're going to go back to the green head. If Chaos lands on you when he comes down like that, it will deal a significant amount of damage, so do not be where Chaos is landing. Again, I'm just going to shoot the snails. Back to the center line, I'm going to charge down my laser again. As soon as I see it spawn, one-shot Stealth Elf and run away from Zap. And you see, as I'm running around, I'm getting in damage on Chaos when I can, just trying to move this fight along as fast as possible. Alright, we're going to get the green head a second time in a row. Get in some more damage on Chaos while I'm waiting. And there you see, when he hits a certain amount of health gone, it just stops no matter where you are and progresses to the next stage of the fight. So now we're going to move on to the next trio. He's going to get rid of this 3. Now we have Chop Chop, Zook, and Sunburn coming out. Chop Chop can take a lot of damage. You're not going to be able to one-shot him with your laser. Zook hits hard, but he's kind of stationary. And Sunburn hits hard and has a teleport, so watch out for Sunburn. He can really catch you off guard. You see here, I don't fully get my laser off, but even only getting the big coin, I still do 120 damage, about half of Sunburn's health gone. So even if you can't charge it all the way, it's still really nice to have that ability. I guess, see, I got a little bit sloppy. I got hit by Chop Chop too much. Not only can he take a lot of damage, but he deals a lot of damage. Note here, Zook's mushrooms will last a little bit longer than him, and that may impede you as you try to dodge an obstacle. Back to the center line. Start charging it on the way if you have to. Turn around and fire. Unfortunately, it was Chop Chop that came out that time instead of Sunburn. So I'm just going to run away while I can. Get in the damage on Chaos, and there it is. We didn't actually have to kill any of these 3 minions. We just got in enough damage on Chaos to progress the fight forward. Alright, this next stage is the stage you're most likely to die on your first few attempts. These 3 are all ranged minions, and they all hit really, really hard. They don't take a lot of damage, but they hit really hard. So we have Hex, Flameslinger, and Gilgrunt. If Hex is on the field, just do not stop moving. If one of her mortar skulls hit you, it's going to hurt really bad. In this video, you're not going to get to see Hex. So I'm going to go back to my line, charge, and Hex is out of the fight, just like that. Now I'm just going to run away from Gilgrunt and Flameslinger. I would advise not doing that and walking into a flaming arrow of death. That's generally a bad thing to do. Here we see the Firehead coming back out, and I'm way out of position, so just try to get to a corner and then run a circle around one of the tendrils and you'll be fine. Back to the center line, charge up. Oh man, Flameslinger took a little bit more than I thought. Actually, I think the game kind of glitched there because we definitely progressed. Now that you have all of his minions down, it's just going to be you trying to get damage on him while the heads shoot their different attacks at you. This is really just memorizing the mechanics of the fight and how to dodge each attack, and also how to notice when each attack's coming up. Chaos himself doesn't have any attack other than dropping on top of you, which is very easy to dodge. So you see we get to this fight when he's a little bit less than half health. Don't even bother charging up your laser. When it switches to a cutscene like this, it negates whatever you're charging and stops it. So even if you were charging, when you come back you won't be charging anymore. Now you see here, he'll actually block the middle of that laser. That's why I like standing in this one. Just gives me some free time to get damage out. Alright, you see, like I said earlier about trigger happy in the other ranged Skylanders auto-targeting, it is possible that you'll auto-target Chaos without meaning to. So just pay attention to who you're hitting and make sure you get those snails down before they get to you. I see the fire coming. Move a little bit to the corner, watch the arm, and just run in a circle. You can see on the far side of the field, it kind of telegraphs which attack is coming next. There'll be purple if it's lasers, green if it's the snails, blue if it's sharks, and the fire makes a giant fire in the middle of the field, so that one's pretty easy to tell. Here we go, we're going to go back to green again. Just gonna press A as fast as I can, take down all these snails, and you can see now they're starting to spawn a little bit quicker. The sharks are coming out while the green's still on the field. The fire is spawning while the lasers are still out. So as he gets lower and lower on health, these attacks are going to come a little bit faster and a little bit faster, so just be aware. So now the skull head's going to come out this time. So lasers are going to be the first thing out again. So I hit him, I run back to this corner, come out, wait for Chaos to block the laser, run right up to him, and just deal as much damage as I can. As far as I can tell, you don't take damage from standing next to him. I thought you would because he kind of spins, but I haven't taken damage from it yet. So I don't know if it's just because I have a small hitbox on Trigger Happy, but that's definitely something to try. Alright, you see when the fire does this, where it spawns in a line over on the side, there'll be a ring inside and a ring outside. Just run to the inside first. When you get past the outer ring, run back outside, and it'll be well clear of the inside ring. Here, it's really easy to dodge the lasers when Chaos isn't on the field. Just burn down the snails again. And we're back to dodging sharks. See, here's one of the rare times you get hit on the center line, but 28 damage is not a big deal. And if you're smart about how you dodge, you can make that up really fast. Just 3 sharks and you've made that up more than you took off. Here, as soon as he drops, I press A as fast as I can. Wait as long as I can before I start switching to the snails. And you see the sharks are already past me and the snails aren't even off the field yet. So you can see how much faster they're coming now. Move back to the center. I take a hit, but I dodge one. Oh, and you see, they hit you and you gain health from them for a couple of seconds after they turn into their little like water ghost forms. So be aware, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're past you. You have to keep dodging them. That's the most dangerous combination right there. When you're in that middle diamond of the lasers, and then the fire spawns in the middle, that's when you're most likely to die in this fight overall. It's the most times I've ever died here. So just be aware that when you're in this diamond, watch that fire and be ready to run back to the corner. You can see Chaos's health. As soon as he spawns, we're just going to put out as much damage as we can and hopefully kill him before we take any damage and somehow die while we're this close to our achievement. There you go. Back to fire. See, I panicked there, but I got lucky. Just barely missing that outside edge, but don't do that. Run to the inside. And there it is, guys. Chaos is dead. Just have to go around his little obstacles for another second or two. You'll see the Hydra Dragon fall away. And Chaos is going to tell you it's not over yet, but it is over. Don't worry, your achievement's not going to pop up until after the credits. That kind of worried me the first time I did this. But just get through the credits, watch the end scene, come back to the ruins, and you'll have your achievement. I hope this video is helpful, guys. Thank you for watching this new gaming studios guide. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll get back to you with more content as soon as we can.